Nintendo recently held a direct. No, wrong photo. No, that's the same photo. You know, I guess they're all the same photo, huh? This direct has been a bit controversial in the eyes of Nintendo fans. Not much new stuff was really announced, at all. On the third-party side, there were a couple things to be excited about, such as It Takes Two and SpongeBob the Cosmic Shake. The problem that a lot of people had with the third-party announcements is that they were quite literally all RPGs. But let's ignore that, okay? Nintendo Directs are about Nintendo. The third-party companies have partner showcases. So today, I'm going to be ranking the first-party announcements at the latest Nintendo Direct, just to, filter out all those RPGs. Son of a... Coming in at number 9, I have the Xenoblade Chronicles Expansion Pass Wave 2. Now, that's a mouthful. Personally, this just is the least exciting of these announcements to me, plus it's building off not only a pre-existing game, but a pre-existing DLC pack. What they've added is a new character and some new challenges to the game, which is just more fun for Xenoblade fans. But if you're not, there's not really a whole lot here for you. At number 8, I have the second update for Mario Strikers Battle League. Again, this is an additional DLC to an existing game, adding Pauline and Diddy Kong as well as some new maps. What gives this one the edge to me is the fact that it's just a more widely accepted franchise and type of game in general. More people would be excited about announcements like this rather than one for a newer Nintendo franchise with a little more complicated gameplay. But if I'm being honest, if anyone got really excited about this direct is worse than we all thought. At number 7, we have another DLC, this time for Nintendo Switch Sports, adding golf. This had already been announced going into the direct, but this 30-second trailer did show a little more gameplay as well as the fact that there will be 21 holes and up to 8 players. I mean, overall, golf is golf, and the reason it gets the edge over the previous 2 entries is because, well, it's adding gameplay rather than characters. At number 6, we've got the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass 3, and I thought the other one was a mouthful, which adds some new courses to Mario Kart 8, including Merry Mountain and DS Peach Gardens. Now, the fact that we're almost halfway through this list, and every entry has been DLC, is a bit of a problem here. But nonetheless, new Mario Kart courses are always exciting and a good time, and so for those reasons, I think it's number 6 on this list. At number 5, we have Fire Emblem Engage. Now, this is not a game that I'm excited for really at all, but because it's a full game, I do give it the edge over the DLCs. I don't think as many people are super excited about this game simply because we recently got a new Fire Emblem, and there are just so many RPGs to choose from on the Switch right now. But it's a full price $60 game, and for that sole reason, I'm going to give it number 5. At number 4, we have the update on Bayonetta 3. Now, while we did already have news on this game from the previous direct, this trailer showcased some of the story and what we can really expect from the game. It showcased Humogalai, as well as allies from previous games, which look pretty cool. It also pushed this whole Bayonetta isn't selfish anymore thing, which is, I guess, a pretty cool trilogy character arc. Kinda reminds me of that Rey Skywalker. But just overall, I feel this trailer did more than the Fire Emblem trailer did to excite you about the game. On top of that, Bayonetta 3 releases in just over a month, so there's a little more anticipation for the title, especially based on how long we've been waiting for it. At number 3, I have Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Now, I know this is a remaster of a Wii game, so maybe it shouldn't be ahead of original games such as Fire Emblem and Bayonetta, but this is one of the best Kirby games in the entire franchise, at least in the modern segment of it. Specifically to me, it was the first Kirby game that I played, so I'm super excited to have it on the Switch. They also hinted at new sub-games and obviously the remastered cutscenes and graphics, so overall, should be a big improvement over the original and a fun little game to play next year. At number 2, I have one of the very few new games on this list, Pikmin 4. Now, we've been waiting for forever to have a new Pikmin. The third game released in 2013, so that's nearly a 10-year gap between entries. However, because it really was just an announcement and not much more than that, it can't give it higher than number 2 on this list. Because at number 1, we have the big announcement of the Direct, which was Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, or what was previously known as Breath of the Wild 2. There was a very limited amount of actual gameplay shown, but from what we saw, it looked pretty cool with the ways you can traverse the kingdom and move through the air. On top of this, we got the big news, which was a confirmed release date rather than just a year or a specific season. May 12th of 2023. And that was the Nintendo Direct. That was it. There were a couple fun announcements like Pikmin 4 and Zelda, but overall, those specific trailers were very limited in what they showed. Because the third party was so dry, and the first party announcements were half DLC and half of these just showcases and announcing dates for the games. I will have to agree with the public that this was one of the weaker directs in very recent memory, or the past couple years even. Now that's not to say there's nothing I'm excited about. I'm not an RPG guy, I'm wrong.